You know,
Yeah.
you have to be clear what the purpose is for each interaction that you have. An example, somebody called me about a year ago and said, I've been sending these query letters to agents all over town and I haven't gotten a single response. And so I said, well, send it to me and let me look at it. So she did, and it was the standard query letter,
Yeah.
introduction at the top, hi, my name is so and so.
Hope this finds
I'm a
you doing well.
screenwriter. Yeah, I have this script and a 2 or 3 paragraph synopsis, and then another paragraph that tells the agent why this is going to be a hugely successful movie, and where they studied screenwriting, and then sometimes they even forget to for the call to action, which is can I send you my script? I've
Oh
read
no.
queries where they actually forget that. But I said to her, so I read the letter and I called her and I said, so let me ask you something. What is the purpose of this letter? And her response was to get the movie made and to get it out there. That's a quote. And I said, well, that's not really the purpose. So I asked her again, what is the purpose? And she thought for a second and she said, to get an agent. And I said, but that's not the purpose either. And I didn't want to embarrass her any further. So I said, the purpose of your letter is to get the person you're sending the letter to say, send me the script.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah.
So everything that doesn't serve that purpose is superfluous.
Yeah.
And so, letters where people start the letter by saying, hi, I'm so and so, drive me crazy, because unless you're not intending to sign the letter at the bottom, there's no reason to say what your name is at the top. Just
Interesting.
jump into what you want. They have a very short attention span.
Yeah.
People that read professionally, read for a living, agents or producers or whatever, they don't need to see a synopsis. Nobody's ever written an interesting synopsis. If you have a 2-hour movie and you can tell it compellingly in 3 paragraphs, you don't really have a 2-hour movie. You've got a 3-paragraph story.
Yeah.
You can't condense a 2-hour movie into a compelling 3 paragraphs. All you can do is a kind of chronology of the
So
highlights.
what do you
So log
so what do
lines.
you like? What do you like in a query letter other than since it's not a short synopsis, what's going to grab you in a query letter?
Well, again, it is, first of all, the letter is your first piece of proof that you're a writer.
Yeah, that's very true. I have preached that. It is your
So
introduction. Yeah.
if the letter is boring, or if the letter looks like everybody else's letter, and you don't have a story that's something that they've never read before. There
Right.
are,
Yeah, of
there are only
course.
7 stories in the world, and everything's a variation on those 7 stories. So
Oh, look at you. Yeah, seven basic plots is true. Yeah.
that's right. So you have to I can't give the exact answer. You just have to find a way to be creative. One of
Well,
the
I
ways
mean,
that you have to
do
do
you weigh heavily on a log line? Do you just
log lines are critical. I use them every
okay.
single day. I use log
Yeah.
lines every single day when I email executives and producers. A good producer executive doesn't need anything more. They can answer multiple questions from a log line. Do they have anything
Wonderful.
similar? Are they interested in the genre?
Yeah.
Who are the
It tells
leads?
you everything.
How will
Yeah.
they how will they promote it? How much will it cost? Is it a small picture or a big picture? The log line gives them all that critical information.
There you
They don't
go.
need to they don't need to know the plot.
Have that killer log line, folks.
Got to have that
That's
killer log line.
yeah,
And,
that's
and,
that's
and log lines are often harder to write than scripts. So don't
tell
think
me
that
about it.
yeah, don't think if you've written a 110-page script, you're going to just knock off a log line
Oh no,
that's going to
man.
be effective. It takes some work,
It
but it's a
does.
critical piece. So to answer your question, brevity is a critical factor in whether you're writing a query letter or whether you're emailing somebody to introduce yourself. Brevity. They appreciate brevity because they don't have time. If they
Yeah.
open up an email or open up a letter and it's too long, forget about it. And I format my emails, by the way, so that it doesn't look like it's just a lot of text written in prose style.
Yeah.
I bullet point things, I change colors so that the information I want them to really get is jumps out at them. And if they go back to that email later, since most things are done these days in email,
Oh yeah.
if they go back to it later, they can jump right to the information they're looking for without having to wade through the whole thing. You know, have you ever read an article and a long article and you thought it was really interesting and you saved it, and then later you went back and you wanted to find a
Yeah.
particular piece of information
Hmm.
and you had to wade through that whole thing and you were going fast and then you skipped it and then you had to go back and you couldn't find it.
Yep.
I make sure that my emails, first of all, if they have to scroll your email, it's too long.
Oh yeah, that's a problem.
So
Yeah, you
it's
don't want
got
that.
it's
No.
got to all appear on the screen when they open it. It's got to be simple, brief. You know, the thing you're doing when you're approaching agents, managers, producers, executives, you're not trying to sell. What you're trying to do is create curiosity.
Yeah,
You want them to lean in and say, tell me more.
it's
Come in
true.
and pitch me. Send me the script. You know, tell me a little bit more about this before I have you in for a meeting. You know, let's talk on the phone. You're always trying to create curiosity. It's the same thing that the trailer is designed to do in a theater. They're not trying to show you the movie. They're trying to make you curious to come back and plop down $15 to see the movie, the whole
Yeah,
movie.
you wanna hook them.
So, and you never, ever, ever make people curious by giving them more information. You only make them curious by giving them less information.